Hey guys, I'm back. Now, I know it's been a while, but before I get to that,
today's episode of NUBtv is sponsored by the letter B.
Anyways, I'm finally back after a year-long hiatus, and this isn't even the next part of my tutorial. Instead, I'm here to talk about the greatest game to bless the front page. But hold on, let me rewind a bit. So, a while back, I was browsing the Roblox sub when I saw this post called, "I thought I was good at brick battling, but then I saw this." So naturally I clicked the video, and he's playing this game called Doomspire Brickbattle. Now, I've seen this game on the front page, but I just thought it was your typical brick battle, you know, been there, done that. But after watching the video, it sent me down a spiral of trying to learn how to play this game, because this guy was on a whole nother level. So, checking out the channel further, I saw this guy was actually the owner of Doomspire, G-Fink, and he had some more clips of him absolutely destroying. After hours of playing the game, I'm starting to learn all the intricacies this game has to offer. So with my newly acquired knowledge, I'm here to talk about First off, let me explain to the unfamiliar on how to win. Each team has their own Doomspire, and the team's players spawn in said spires. The win condition is met when every other player spawn falls off the map. To achieve this, you and your team will be using rockets and bombs to knock off their spawns. Just to be clear, you do not need to actually destroy the spire to win, and KDA has no effect on winning. Everyone has an arsenal of these 6 weapons. First, and probably the most important weapon, is your time bomb. The delay on detonation makes it a subpar PvP weapon, but it has a large explosion radius, making it the best choice when destroying spires. That's not all though, because this weapon isn't only used for combat, but also movement. That's right folks, skill-based movement. That is unprecedented in most fighting games nowadays, let alone a Roblox game. Notable examples that come to mind are rocket jumping in TF2, wave dashing in Melee, and bunny hopping in Source. What these all have in common is that they open up more movement options to allow for a higher skill cap and tactical advantages over opponents. And this is the main reason why I play this game so much. The core game design doesn't restrain its players to a surface level WASD, but allows for a full range of possibilities for a proficient player. It's honestly a shame that more games don't have skill-based movement, because it can add a layer of depth to any game. That being said, while walking, place a bomb and jump at the same time to shoot yourself straight up. This is useful for getting from the bottom of the tower to the top, or maybe even landing on your opponents for a surprise attack. That's not even the best part. G-Fink made it so your own explosions don't even kill you, so you're able to use the repulsion from your bomb to literally fly! What? You wanna go to blue team's base quickly? Just fly. You wanna kill someone without them even seeing you? Just fly. When bomb jumping, you don't want to go too low, and you also don't want to go too high, so to get a decent arc, place yourself about 4 studs away, and if you master this, you'll be leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else, literally. Over time, you'll be able to know how far it launches you, but it does take a bit of practicing to get used to. You also can use a sword lunge to get lower arcs as well, which comes in handy when you want to go longer distances. If you want to destroy a tower as fast as possible, place a bomb here and here, while shooting at these walls, and if you knock the bottom of the spire and it still didn't fall, that's probably because the bridge connectors are still there, and you can take those out with 1 bomb square in the center, and this method takes about 30 seconds depending on execution. The rocket launcher is the most used weapon in the game. You'll know if someone's bad at the game if they only use a rocket launcher and try to run away anytime someone gets close. The rocket's a one-hit kill, however, has an extremely slow projectile that anyone can dodge from a good enough distance away. Still, that one-shot potential makes it very effective at close range, where they have almost no time to react. Or just shoot one across the map. Sometimes they just stand still. The best way to aim the rocket is not at the enemy, but rather the floor, trying to hit them with the explosion instead of the rocket itself. Though you can't use repulsion from this explosion to rocket jump, you can actually land on the projectile if you need a little extra kick. It works well in tandem with the 2 said bomb jumps I mentioned earlier. And that's really all I have to say on this weapon. It's pretty straightforward. The sword is a Roblox classic. It's a melee range nuke, nearly killing anyone instantly, though it's fairly inconsistent to get kills without dying if they're also using a sword. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love sword fighting as much as the next guy, but with the amount of lag most players usually have, it's just not as reliable as I'd like. Even if it was, you should still be able to kill someone before they even get in range of the sword. For example, if someone's chasing you, you can just kite them and use literally any other weapon. Either way, it's still important to use the sword for positioning advantages, because when you double click, the lunge makes you float for a brief moment. This can be used to increase your jump height, allowing you to make jumps you couldn't, and slow your descent, and making it easier to control your bomb jumps. The increased height comes in handy when scaling a spire, when half of it's gone, and if it's one of the bigger floors, just place a wall then do it. The Slingshot and the Super Ball, in my opinion, are the two most underrated weapons in the game. They're both fairly similar in that they shoot a ball at your opponents. The Slingshot has a small projectile, high fire rate, little damage, and a shorter range. On the other hand, the Super Ball has a medium projectile, medium fire rate, with a decent chunk of damage. With the fire rates being so desynced, the optimal strategy to ensure the maximum amount of damage is to always be shooting the Slingshot in between the cooldowns of the Super Ball, like so. The hardest part about using the Slingshot is not to spam click, because counterintuitively, the faster you click, the slower you shoot. Your goal should be to click immediately after its cooldown's over to shoot as fast as possible. See, on the left is me spam clicking, and on the right is me timing my clicks. You're also able to shoot down into your feet with the Slingshot, allowing you to jump off the pellet, which repeating can let you fly. Notice the character? That's because I took this from G-Fink. I tried for hours and I still can't do it. It's nearly impossible to do reliably, so there's bomb jump. Both the projectiles can actually move bombs as well, so use the Slingshot for small distances and the Super Ball for long shots. This can lead to some pretty memey plays like this, and this, and you can do some serious amount of damage to the enemy base, even when you're at your own. Now, I love the trowel. I never see this guy being used in the game, which makes sense. I mean, it's a trowel. Why is this thing even on the battlefield? In addition, it doesn't even do damage, it just creates a cute little wall. If it was just that simple, I probably wouldn't like it so much, but it has 3 redeeming factors. 1. It has infinite range. You can be across the map and place this on anyone. This even applies when you're in the lobby. If you click on spectate, you can actually place trowels while you're out of the game. You can use this to stop rockets and just be a general nuisance. 2. You can place them under rubble and to push it out of the way. In this clip, these bridges are disconnected, but it won't fall off. So I use the wall to push it off. And 3. You can walk on the bottom of the map with it. This is because the trowel will always spawn on a brick, even if it's invisible. And since the base plate is still there, just invisible, you can use this to save yourself from missed bomb jumps or just getting out of sticky situations. This is actually used to get to the bottom of the spire as fast as possible. Just land near the corner, hit it with a rocket, and make it up there with a sword jump. All these techniques individually might seem slightly niche or flat out useless, but when incorporated with each other, allow for some pretty versatile movement. For example here, I start off with a bomb jump and use a sword lunge to slow my descent, followed by a rocket, and to top it off with a wall save. This stuff is exactly why I keep coming back to this game. It's hard to master, but that's exactly what I love about it. It rewards players for learning the game, and really gives me a sense of accomplishment and improvement. In my opinion, this is where the heart of the game lies. In Melee, wave dashing was a side effect from directional arrow dodging. It was an unintentional play from an intentional mechanic, and this is exactly what this game is built upon. In this respect, a glitch can actually make a game better. Nintendo knew about wave dashing before the game was shipped, but they still kept it in despite it being a glitch, and since has been a vital tool in the competitive scene. I sense G-Fink is doing a similar thing. Even though these texts were probably not intended when he made the game, he keeps it in because, simply put, it makes the game more fun. And that's what we play games for, right? G-Fink, if you're watching this, I'd like to thank you for making one of the few Roblox games nowadays where I can still have some fun.